forecasts show that the region will experience La Nina conditions associated with both good rains and increased risks of cyclones. Heavy rains and wind have already left a trail of destruction in some areas in Zimbabwe. We are now joined by Department of Civil Protection Director Nathan Ngomo to give us the state of disaster management in the country. Good evening, Mr. Ngomo. Thank you for joining us here on News Plus. Could you tell us what measures and infrastructure are in place so far to mitigate the impact of the rain-induced disasters experienced?
What we've done is what any other nation does in preparing for the rainfall season, is to come up with a contingency plan. A contingency plan which clearly spells out the measures to be undertaken when we face challenges associated with the current prediction. It's a prediction, and the factors which we usually look at when we look at our state of preparedness as a nation are issues to do with our operational structures, issues to do with our settings, issues to do with our partners and the various players and how they should apply themselves. I think those ones are now in place. I think what we continuously need to do is to marshal more resources, given the level of devastation we have witnessed, the devastation and destruction we have witnessed, which has been caused by the rain. Especially when you look at our social amenities infrastructure for the learning environment, most of our schools, the buildings are old and they are succumbing.
All right, so could you just tell us how you've dealt with the flash floods in Masvingo and what is the latest update on the low-lying areas of the country?
Yeah, Masvingo urban, like any other urban center, I think there are issues that we learn from Masvingo, especially Runyararo West. When you look at Runyararo West, there is this small stream and there are other developments happening around the area which are causing this overflow in Runyararo West. And I think for that one, the Masvingo one, since we have given it as a specific example, there is need for the city fathers to quickly relocate the people because they are responsible for the planning of the city, relocation of the people, and advise people where they can put different houses as a way of compensating for the houses they have lost. That's the business.
All right, sorry to cut you off there, Mr. Ngomo. What advice would you give to people as we expect more rainfall in the months to come?
When you look at some of the settlements, like now, nature is telling us that some settlements were not properly planned. We need to clear our storm drains. We need also to avoid crossing flooded rivers, and even venting. If venting is also controlled, I'm sure even the way we dispose our garbage, it will not clog the system, and I'm sure even our infrastructure, let's continuously assess and see whether it can withstand some of the vagaries of this weather. Let's not wait until there are rules and everything is blown off, because in some instances it might be even be fatal. We end up losing the lives of our kids, and we can witness mass casualties if it is not properly managed, if it is at a place like a school. So I'm sure our school authorities must also have the time to assess the buildings and see whether they are still structurally sound to withstand some of the vagaries of the weather.
Konapo Ipapo, by ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.